I'm so excited. So today is part one, or day one, of Manifest More Love. And I have been working on a new series for a long time, like probably years, putting all this information together for my clients, for my courses, for you guys, and I am just so blown away by how much good stuff we have. We have so much good stuff going on that it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to dig in, and I'm looking at two different cameras, so forgive me if I'm going like back and forth. I'm trying to find like that perfect spot, so I'm actually looking into the camera. But if you haven't yet, grab a journal, grab a notebook. I want you to take notes during the session. We're going to dig deep into some key things that will help you manifest more love into your life. And this free video series kind of goes with my, well, it does. It really aligns with my Manifest Your Man course that I just launched. But I wanted to give you guys like a free, just a free little like version, a free teaser of what's to come, so that you can take this stuff and go on and start to work on it yourselves and put it out into the world and see what happens. So if you haven't signed up for Manifest Your Man, I highly encourage you to do so. This is kind of like an intro to that. We're going to dig a lot deeper into that course and really show you guys how to manifest your soulmate. So if you're a guy watching, we welcome you no matter who you are, who you're trying to manifest. This works. It can work for absolutely everybody. So let me just tell you guys, I'm in North Carolina and it is so hot right here now, and I'm actually drinking hot tea. That doesn't make any sense, does it? But it's like 100 degrees outside. So my office, the air conditioner is not even really cooling the place down, but I love hot tea when I'm speaking because it just kind of soothes, you know, my soul and my throat. So yeah, it's crazy hot and it's October. Okay, so anyway, I want to get started. So if you haven't grabbed a journal, grab a pen, you'll want to take notes and just really dig deep. I want you guys not only to take notes, but I want you to actually take what I give you and go put it into action. That's where the magic happens, and I think a lot of times that's where people miss the boat. They take all this information, they take courses, they do, you know, invest in things, but they don't put the action behind the investment. They don't put the action behind the investment they took in watching a video or watching a training or investing in a matchmaker or investing in a course. You have to actually take that action and do it and do the work. So I really want to encourage you to grab a notebook, do the work, take action on what I'm about to teach you. So we have 3 days of this. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited. So day one, I just wanted to make it fun. So there's always things that we can do to really switch our vibration into attracting the right people. So if you've ever noticed when certain people come into a room, you're either drawn to them or you're kind of like standoffish about them. And that's a huge indicator that like energy levels are off, or they're inviting or they're not. And you can tell a lot about people who just give out that really positive energy. They're easier to talk to, they're, you know, friendlier, they smile, their arms are open. I'm trying to adjust here, guys, at my desk to get comfortable. So you can really tell by somebody's energy as soon as they walk into a room. Have you ever felt, you know, when you walk into a certain room, you feel the tension immediately? Well, the energy levels are off. We can really tune in to other people's energy if we are open to it and if we really pay attention. So the same thing happens in dating. You know, I believe in, you know, I'm a matchmaker. I believe in date coaches and matchmaking and all that good stuff, and books, self-help books on dating and courses. I think that's extremely important. But the thing is, if we're doing all that stuff and we still miss a key ingredient when we walk into the date, we're not going to attract or even be open to dating those people that have the healthier characteristics and qualities. We won't be open to dating that high quality man. And often when I see my clients going on dates, and it could be a very high quality man, a lot of great, you know, I don't want to say potential, a lot of great qualities, potential to be an amazing husband, you know, if they got together, but they often miss that, or they don't go out or don't get a second date because something is off with the energy that is put out on the date. And it could be various things. It could be anything from there was no connection, which is, you know, that's fine too. Or it could just be a bad date. That happens too. But a lot of times what I see is people, they go into a date and they're already kind of closed off, and they're already putting out energy that is not going to create that successful atmosphere to have a good date, to get a second date, to really get the other person to open up so that they can learn more about that person's heart. And that's a key thing, guys, because when you are on a date, you want to get to know someone's heart. You want to get them to open up so that you can really see who they are on the inside. A lot of times people put on, you know, shows when they go on dates because they're trying to put the best version of themselves forward, but a lot of times there's kind of, you know, some fake aspects to it because we're scared to open up and really truly show our true selves to a new person that's in front of us and who we're potentially going to date. So when that happens, we don't get to know someone, we don't really get to know their true selves, and the date doesn't always move forward. But in reality, if we really got to know the hearts of people and we were open and we had that open energy when we walk in, that's a game changer. You really get to start to know people, and you can start weeding out the bad dates from the good dates faster. So I think it's one of the most important things to learn when dating. So we're going to talk about those things more, on how to manifest love, how to be more open to creating more love in your life, and how to do that. So it's actually, you know, things that you can accomplish, and it works. So if you've been following me, you know that I have matchmaking services and date coaching services. All my date coaching clients are in relationships right now. So we have a 100% success rate. So as I've been doing this, I've noticed that 100% of my date coaching clients are in relationships. That is huge. And so I started to look back and try to decide, you know, what the difference was between my matchmaking clients, which we still have a high success rate with them, but it's not 100%. So I tried to figure out what the difference is between my date coaching clients and my matchmaking clients. My date coaching clients, it is definitely more hands-on. It's where we dig in one-on-one into the core issues or the core dating blocks of what's going on with the individual. And we do a lot of inner work. I mean, a lot of homework, a lot of digging deep. There's a lot of tears. There's a lot of, in a good way, you know, because we're uncovering things that are holding them back from relationships and healthy relationships. So there's just a lot of healing during my date coaching sessions to get them to that step that they need to get to. And so that inner work, I've noticed, is just crucial. You have to do that before you find a relationship, or you have to start on it. Because if we don't do that, we tend to repeat the same dating patterns over and over. If you look back on your last relationships, were there any patterns that you notice within the relationships? Do you tend to date bad boys? Do you tend to date emotionally unavailable men? Do you tend to date men that cheat? What is the pattern? Usually you can find some type of pattern with your last like 5, maybe the longest relationships you've had, like last 5. And I noticed that. So when I was, you know, and I've been there, guys. I've dated the wrong people over and over and over. And it was after my divorce that it hit me. Like, what am I doing wrong? I am dating the wrong people over and over. And you naturally want to blame the other person for the failed relationship and then you forget to look at, hey, wait a minute, I'm the common denominator in all of these failed relationships. So what do I need to change to attract higher quality men? What do I need to change to create a healthy long-term relationship? And I know people go through horrible things, so, and I have too. You know, I've experienced someone cheating on me. I've experienced domestic violence. So I know there's horrible things, and that is not your fault that that happened to you. But what I'm saying is, why are we choosing these people in the beginning? Because usually, like, looking back at those relationships, there were definitely red flags that I chose to ignore. And for me, I was always attracted to the bad boys, the very handsome, tall, dark, handsome bad boys who it always ended in heartbreak of some sort. Even if I ended the relationship or they did, there was always some type of major heartbreak with those relationships. So I really had to dig deep and start looking at what I was choosing and why I was attracting these men. And when I started to do that and make the changes in my life, I started to attract higher quality men and higher quality men and higher quality men. And I found my one. And we're still together today, and I love him to death, and he's my one. I know he is with all my heart. With the other ones, I knew there's always somebody else. You know, you always have that, like, back in the back of your mind, there's always someone else. And I had that kind of in the back of my head with the other ones, but with him, I know he's my one. So, but it took me a lot of work to get to that place and to start attracting that type of man, and for it to become easy. And, you know, and it was funny, and well, it's not really funny, but as I was dating and I was, you know, going on different dates, and I'm a matchmaker at the time, and I keep hearing people say, keep going on all these bad dates and I can't find a good one. I'm like, what is going on? So that was another thing. Like, I needed to figure out what was going on and why people were still attracting bad dates and why I was attracting such good ones. And it was the inner work. So I studied a lot. So I did for 8 years, guys. I've put all this together to give to you, to show you how to attract higher quality dates, how to attract better dates, and not be miserable when dating, because it doesn't have to be. It can be fun. And so I put all that information together, and I'm so excited to give it to you because it took me years of research, going back to school, learning intimate communication, studying, taking courses, and really investing in what creates that long-term healthy relationship, because I didn't grow up with it. I didn't know how to create it. My parents divorced at a young age, and I just never really knew how to create really good communication, a really healthy relationship, and how to create that foundation and how to attract that person. So I invested a lot of time, a lot of money in that, and I am so excited to bring it to you. So this 3-day series is just the basics of manifesting more love. And then we'll dig deeper into the Manifest Your Man course, where I give you all the secrets, all the tips and tricks, 8 years of information that I have learned in that work and that I use with my private clients, that I've used with the celebrities and been featured on major media. So I am so excited. I cannot wait. I have put so much work into this course. Oh my gosh, I just cannot wait to give it to you guys. I think the whole world needs it. Okay, so let's get started. Day 1, grab your journal and let's go. So if you need to grab some tea, pause the video now, grab your journal, and let's get started. Okay, so the first question I want to ask you, and I want you to actually write this down. You're going to do the work, guys, okay? We're going to do this together. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, what if you measured your success in dating by how much fun you were having? Write that down. What if you measured your success in dating by how much fun you were having? I'm going to give you a second to write that down. Don't answer it yet. Okay, we're going to go through this together. Okay, and I know That question is probably like, what is she talking about? Dating is not fun. I'm actually miserable right now. I just went on this horrible date with this guy who was talking about his ex the whole time and who was completely boring and, you know, yada, yada, yada. But I promise, I have a point with this and it works, okay? Okay, so again, if you missed the question, what have you measured your success in dating by how much fun you are having, okay? So the thing is with dating, what if you just chose for this to be fun? And I know that might sound crazy right now, because dating's frustrating. I get it. I've been there. Dating can be frustrating. It can be heartbreaking. It can be completely like, oh my gosh, where are all the good guys at? Where are all the good girls at? It can be a complete nightmare. I get that. I've seen dating apps. I've been on dating apps. I see it, guys. I'm surrounded by it all the time because it's my job, but I've also been single. I've been divorced. I've been through the dating trenches, so I've seen it. I know how bad it can get and how bad it looks sometimes. But the thing is, what if we chose for it to be fun instead of putting the negative stigma on dating? Because a lot of times society does put, you know, you hear all the horror stories, you hear all the bad hookup stories about the apps and about your friends' bad dating life. But what if we took our mindset and made the shift that we are going to have fun with this? We are going to choose to have fun with the dating. We are not going to be miserable. We're not going to think about how bad it is. Instead, we are going to make the conscious decision to have fun with dating. Because when we do that, when we make that mindset shift, we immediately shift our energy. So when we go onto a date, we are more relaxed, we're more open, we're more ready to let love in. Because when we make that energy shift in our mindset, in our hearts, we create more room for love. But when we have blocks, and this is something we go into deeper in like the Manifest Your Man course about dating blocks and how to identify those. But if you're not in a relationship right now and you want to be, there's some type of block going on, and we need to figure that out. And one of the blocks that I see often is the negativity around dating. They're not having fun with it. They're not enjoying it. They think it's miserable. And it really starts to mess with your mind. And then it starts to mess with who you're attracting. You're also attracting people that have more of a negative mindset around it. So it's important to really step back and look and ask yourself, what are my beliefs around dating? Are they negative? Or am I having fun with it? Am I enjoying it? And I know one of your questions might be, how in the world can I enjoy dating when all I'm seeing on Bumble or Tinder or Match it's a complete horror show? It's weird how, so I was in the same position, and I have clients in the same position. And when we start to make that mindset shift, it's weird how we start to find more quality dates, more high quality dates. And it could be through the dating apps. I noticed when I was starting to make that shift, I wasn't even online dating at that time. I was really just kind of playing around with it, researching and looking to see what was out there. But then I started to notice, I'm like, wow, as my mindset started to shift, I noticed more really high quality men were popping up on my app. And I started to swipe, actually found my boyfriend on there and swiped to the right, and I was like, I'm gonna keep him for myself. And it worked. But the thing is, I noticed the more my mindset started to shift into the positive outlook on dating, the more high quality men started to show up in my life. And like the last few dates or people that I dated before my my man I noticed that they just kept getting better and better and better. There were like certain qualities with each one that I'm like, yeah, I really like that quality. I really want someone like with that quality, but he's not my one. Then I would date another one. Yeah, I really like this and this and this, but still missing this quality. And I wasn't like, it wasn't superficial qualities. It was like heart center things that I had to have in my life. Like, I love the outdoors. I have to have someone that's active and loves hiking and loves traveling, and they're passionate about it too, because that's how I want to live my life. And so I had dates maybe that didn't have that quality, or then I found a date that he didn't want to move out of the state, which my goal was to move out of where I'm from, my hometown, and move to the Carolinas, which me and my man just did a few months ago. And so I could tell, like, each date had just kept moving up, moving up, and moving up. And then I met my man. I'm like, kind of took me by surprise that he had so many of the qualities that I had listed for my soul, that I wanted for my soulmate. And actually pretty much all the qualities. So it was just it was a step up every single time. As my mindset got better, my energy level got up, and I raised my vibration, I met my one. So, and I learned during that process that I needed to have fun in the process, because why not? I shouldn't make it miserable. I should have fun with it, because when I go on a date and I am automatically just having fun when I arrive, I'm meeting a new person, it's exciting, then my energy level is automatically up. And then that raises the energy level of the room, of the space, of the date. It opens it up where the other person feels more comfortable talking to you. So that is the thing that I need this group to really just think about. What if you measured your success in dating by how much fun you're having? So when you are going on a date, make the conscious decision to choose to have fun. Now, if you get there and he's, you're not having fun, he's not having fun, you can break the date off early and go hang out with friends. I did that before. I went on a date with a guy. I mean, he was a great guy, but I already knew he ordered a drink that was more girly than me. So I'm already thinking in my head, and his family was very well known in politics. And I was thinking, I have tattoos. I love jumping and doing off like boats and doing cannonballs. Like, I'm just not gonna mesh with this family or this guy. He was way too conservative for me. And so, but he was great. He was nice, and I cut the date short. And I still had fun, getting to know him, getting to know about his family and all that good stuff. But I cut the date short, called my friend, my guy friend, and said, hey, let's go get drinks, because he lived down the road. And so I still enjoyed my day. I still enjoyed the date, getting to know this person, finding out what was great for him, but I knew that he wasn't my person. And so I cut the date short, and I still had fun that night. So choose, when you're going out, no matter what, even if the date's not that great, choose that you are going to have fun, okay? That you have to make that conscious decision. So make that affirmation right now. Put in your journal, I choose to have fun when dating. I am going to have a blast no matter what. I am going to go in with high energy and a smile on my face. I'm excited to meet this person. Go on a dating riff. If you've ever watched Abraham Hicks, she does manifestation like riffs where she just goes and talks really fast about what she wants, what she's calling into her life. So do the same with your dating affirmations. I am going to have fun. He is going to be amazing. We are going to have a blast. If this is not my person, I'm still going to have fun because my person is on their way to me right now. I have nothing to worry about. Everything is aligned in perfect timing. I cannot wait to see who my person is. But in the meantime, I am going to enjoy and cherish this journey into finding love. So make a riff. And when you start saying stuff like that and just getting on a roll, it instantly just takes your vibration and raises it and makes you happy and puts a smile on your face. It makes a total difference in how you approach dating. Okay, so something else, I hope this isn't sounding crazy to you guys, but I promise it works. If you just go in with a simple mindset shift, you will notice a huge change in your dates immediately. I promise you. So you'll message me your next date. do this. I want you to go in and have so much fun. Even if he's not your person, have fun. Because we all, you know, what's crazy is sometimes the guys I dated, like in that stage before I met my man, all the guys I dated, I ended up becoming friends with. Even though it didn't work out, we still, like sometimes we hung out before I met my man, and we still became friends and had fun together. And even though they were not my person, but I'm like, I would have never met them if I had not been open to going out on a date. Because they're great people. So you never know who you'll meet. You might meet someone that could be your best friend. You went on one date, but you're like, you know, this is the perfect man bestie for me. You never know. So go in with an amazing attitude and expectation that you're going to have fun. Set that intention before you go on a date that you're going to have fun. You're going to freaking enjoy this date today or whatever it is, and enjoy life. It's too short. Okay, so I hope I'm not losing you. Keep listening, keep taking notes. Okay, so go on and write an affirmation down about how you're going to approach your next date. So it could be something as simple as, I love my dates are fun. I go in my dates with the expectation of having fun. I am enjoying dating. I am enjoying being single. I love my life. I am creating the atmosphere to bring more love into my life. Okay, so can you see how this is going to create more love into your life? You're setting up the stage to create more joy, and joy automatically leads to manifestations. So when you create more joy and you live in a state of joy, I'm not saying you live in a state of joy all the time. We all have our ups and downs. We all have our moments of sadness, grief, discouragement, frustrations, but we don't stay there. We take it and we go back to joy. We go back to gratitude. We find something we're thankful for. We stay in that, we feel the pain, whole other subject, which we will talk on and manifest your man, but we feel the pain and then we move on to what we need to do, to move into joy, to move into gratitude. So if you ever get stuck in a situation where you are thinking, you know, you're frustrated with dating, you're sad, you're depressed, you're heartbroken, I want you to get out a gratitude journal, and I want you to think of 5 things that you're grateful for. And I know that can be really hard when you're having a hard time. I've been there, but it's important to not stay there. We need to feel the pain and make the shift back into love. And when we make that shift back into love and joy and gratitude, we can attract more love into our life, because what we're doing when we're creating more gratitude, love, and joy in our hearts and our minds, we're actually putting that energy out around us, into the universe, into the people around us, and they can feel it. And then that's when those type of people are attracted back into us. So the more love we put out, the more joy we put out into the world, more joy and more love is attracted to us. So kind of getting off tangent here, but when you get to that place, do something that makes you joyful. So how can we get into that state of joy before a date, or, you know, before maybe swiping on Bumble? Because I totally believe that people can feel your energy even through interactions online. You know, I'm sure you guys have got guys that drop DMs in your Facebook messages and Instagram. I mean, holy cow, they don't give up. Anyway, so have you ever felt the energy behind some of those guys where you know they're just looking for a hookup, or you know they have bad intentions? I mean, you can usually feel the intentions of someone's message. Like, so the same goes when you're swiping online and you're messaging men or women, whoever you're messaging, you can feel the intentions of people. So before you get into that state of dating, whether it be swiping or going out on an actual physical date, or going out with your girlfriends where you might meet someone, or just going out to a coffee shop where you might meet someone, get into that state of joy. And how you can do that is you can actually just do certain things to raise your vibration. What I love to do One, I love to meditate and do yoga or exercise every morning. That it instantly raises my vibration. It puts me in a better mood. I feel like I can talk to people better. I feel like I'm more open and ready to take on conversations in the world and meet new people. Another thing, so whatever your thing is, you can do. Another thing that I love to do, I love to dance around like my house. So I might have like a quick dance party. I mean, Maltese had a dance party earlier. She's worn out now. She's laying down. But I love to dance. So put on your favorite music, dance around the house, you know, grab a glass of wine. What brings you joy? Maybe it's like getting a massage. Maybe it's getting your a pedicure and manicure. Maybe it's like getting on the phone with one of your girlfriends. What raises your energy level, makes you feel great, makes you laugh, makes you have fun. Something that I did during like a hard period of my life where my joy level was definitely down, I would binge watch Ellen on YouTube. I absolutely love her. I mean, her show is just so uplifting and so encouraging. She's so hilarious that I binge watch so many Ellen YouTube videos, and every time I did that, it instantly just raised my vibration, made me more joyful, made me smile and laugh and have fun. So whatever it is that raises that vibration, do that before you start swiping, before you go on a date, before you pick up the call to call a potential date or text him. Do something to raise your vibration and become more joyful. When you do that, I promise you open the doors, you open your heart to let more love in, and you will start to notice the difference. You will start to manifest more love and more amazing people in your life. So that's it for today. We're already at like 30 minutes. So join me tomorrow. I have another tip for you on how to manifest more love. And if you're interested in joining us in the Manifest Your Man course, where we dig deep, where we tackle all your dating blocks, all your limiting beliefs, and I give you all the secrets of what I give my coaching clients on how to completely manifest someone in your life. I am so excited about this. I feel like it's Christmas. I don't know why, but I love it. So I will put the link to Manifest Your Man in the bottom of the webpage, so below all the videos, and I'll give you all a coupon code. So it's $100 off. So what's really cool about our course platform is you can take the $100 off. So your first payment is only $41. First payment, and then you have 3 other monthly payments. But so you can get started. I mean, that's like a few Starbucks. And wouldn't you rather spend a coffee with someone else, you know, in a few months? So anyway, $100 code. I'll put it in the bottom with the course link. And so sign up. I'd love to see you guys there. Let me know what questions you have and how it goes with your putting more joy into your life and doing things that bring more joy. I love you guys. See you later.